right, officially welcome to our Friday yoga class. I'm Lacy Wolf. I'm the coordinator for statewide wellbeing initiatives at ERS. And I'm so happy I get to support you all through this Friday noon 30-minute yoga class every single week. If you have joined us as a part of Get Fit Texas Challenge, know that this continues on. We typically do this class all year, and except for if I'm out for some odd reason. And then we do tend to provide webcasts even if we're out, so you can keep the habit of coming to class. For today, we're going to start in a seated position. I see a message. I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, good. Okay, perfect. And I do have the sound of some ocean waves right now. And that's kind of the theme of our class today is I want you to think about the waves of life, expansion and contraction. Everything expands and contracts. And the tides, they rise and fall. The seasons change. Right now, we're in my favorite season in the springtime. But on the counter to that, we have the fall, which is where everything's dying and the leaves are falling. And now everything's kind of back in bloom. And so as we move through life, we can think about the expansion and contraction physically, mentally, emotionally, and the fact that we're going to go through different phases as well. And so for today, I've got some ocean waves going there. Just imagine you are sitting at your most favorite beach on the planet. Put your hands in your lap, turn your palms up to face the ceiling, and if you're comfortable closing your eyes, just close your eyes and envision as you hear the sounds of those waves. And start to sync your breath with your vision of the waves as they flow in and out. And really feeling that expansion, the opening of the chest as you inhale, and the release as you exhale. We'll just take a couple more breaths here like that. Starting to move from our thinking, working brains into actually feeling what's happening in our physical body. Thank you so much for just taking this time out for yourself. It's a break in your day where we get together and breathe and move. All right, let's go ahead and open the eyes. And from here, we are going to go ahead and just bring your hands together, interlace your hands and then put them right over the heart. Relax your shoulders down. Feeling your heart beating here. And then as you inhale, we're going to round like you're reaching out, big hug, round your upper back like a cat. And then exhale, release, bring your hands back in. Inhale, reach out, round the upper back. Maybe tuck your chin to your chest to make that a little more expansive through the spine. And then exhale, bring it right back in. Take another one. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's reach our left hand to the floor. Reach your right hand up and across. And take just a little twist and reach. Opening up through the side body and then come back to neutral. We're going to switch sides. Bring your right hand to the floor. Your left arm's going to come up and over if you're mirroring me. And then we'll come back to center. From here, go ahead and bring your left leg all the way out. You're going to extend your left leg. And then you're going to reach back behind you with your right hand. Press down into your hand to lift your hips up. Opening, expansion. Now drop the hips. You're going to fold over that right leg. Think about the strength. The wisdom and the contraction and the folding. Go ahead and rise back up. Take one more of those. Press down. Reach over the top of the head, and then exhale, sink your hips back down and fold over your leg. center. We'll just switch legs. Bring your other leg out, your right leg out, your left hand to the floor. Press down, reach up and over. Big expansion through the chest, and then fold over your leg. Reach back, press, lift, and then exhale, sit your hips down and fold. Just take a couple more breaths here. All right, from here, we're gonna shift forward into a tabletop position. Bringing your knees underneath your hips, your wrists underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and extend your right leg straight back here. And then we're gonna start to bring the knee toward the elbow. Okay, still moving with breath. You're gonna exhale, bring that knee toward the elbow, and then inhale, reach it out. Take two more, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, bring it out. Warming up the core, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. Good, go ahead and extend your left arm next to your ear. Finding spinal balance here, take a breath. And then when you're ready, release your hand, release your knee back to the floor, extend your left leg straight back. Exhale, bring that knee toward the elbow. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it back. Hold here, reach your right hand out next to your ear, or your biceps going to be right next to your ear. Thumb up to face the ceiling. When you're ready, release that right hand to the mat. Release your left knee to the floor, tuck your toes. Let's lift our hips up and back, making our way into our first downward facing dog. Press your heels toward the floor, pedal your feet right and left. Starting to create more space along the back side of our legs. Pedal. Yeah, and then when you're ready, stepping your feet one at a time all the way through, coming into forward fold. Crisscross your arms, let your head hang heavy here. Release, relax, let go of tension that you might be holding onto around the neck and the shoulders. Now push down into the feet, press your hands to your hips. Let's rise all the way up to standing mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're gonna come right back down, forward fold. Just there a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Moving into sun salutations. Exhale, release, fold. Move your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Step your right foot back into low lunge here. We're gonna rise up into low lunge. Shifting your hips forward. Then bring your hands to the mat and your knees together. We're gonna take this first round from the knees, lower down all the way to the mat. Inhale, rise up into a little cobra. Exhale, pressing back, make your way into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, swing that foot through, plant your foot between the hands, drop the left knee to the mat, rise up, low lunge, sink your hips forward. Releasing your hands to the floor, step your feet together, finding forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, release, let it go. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, rise to stand. Exhale, we come right back down, fold forward. We're gonna lead with the left leg this time. Take your left foot to the back of the mat. Drop your back knee to the floor, rise up, low lunge. Releasing your hands to the mat, stepping back into a high plank. Exhale, lower down, half or all the way. Inhale, we're gonna rise up into an upward facing dog or cobra. I'm doing cobra here. I'm still getting warmed up. Take it back into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high. Deep breath. Exhale, swing that foot through. Drop your back to the floor again, low lunge. Releasing your hands to the mat. Let's step our feet all the way to the top of the mat. Make your way into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend your spine. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Good. Exhale, come right back down, fold forward. Hands are going to come to the outer edges of the mat. Let's back for a high plank this time. I'm sorry, a high lunge this time. So you're going to keep knee off the floor. Rise up into high lunge. And then release the hands back to the mat. Step back, high plank, deep breath in. Exhale, lower down half roll all the way. This time I'm going to come halfway and then rise up onto the hands and feet for upward facing dog. Press it back, downward facing dog. Any variation is fine. So take the variation that's going to be most effective and supportive for you today. Lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, swing it through. Rise up, high lunge. Good. Then from here, we're going to step all the way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. We're going to go through that one more time on the left side. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Release the hands. Step your left foot back. Rise up, high lunge. Exhale, hands release to the mat. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we press back. Downward facing dog. Last one, lift the left leg up. Exhale, swing it through. Rise into high lunge on the other side. Take a breath. And then we're going to step that foot. Make your way to forward fold. Take a half lift again, extending the spine. Exhale, release, let it go. And just stay here for a couple breaths. In your forward fold, ragdoll position. Let your head hang heavy. Release, relax. Notice how you feel after going through a couple rounds of sun salutations. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more alive, more awake, and more warm and ready to do some more things in yoga. Inhale, rise up, and then exhale, come right back down, fold forward. All right, let's take the right foot to the back of the mat. Drop your back knee to the floor. We're going to come back into our low lunge position. So we're shifting our hips forward here. Go ahead and shift your hips forward. And then we're going to press back onto the into a split, or a half split position rather. And you're going to extend this front leg and you're going to fold over it with the arms out to the side. Now, if that feels like you're going to fall over, if you're feeling a little wobbly, unstable, grab your blocks. Good place to use blocks. Let's shift forward again. Just move with breath. Exhale, press back. Reach out. Inhale, shift. Exhale, press it back. So good. Take one more. Shift forward. Exhale is going to press you back. Go ahead and shift forward one more time. Now we're going to take a rotation. You're going to bring your left hand to that right thigh and reach up and across for a little twist here. Get deeper and deeper into those hips. Releasing your hands to the floor. Go ahead and tuck your back toe under. Lift your back knee off the mat. Rise up, high lunge. Exhale, shifting forward, half split from standing. Come right back into that lunge. Exhale, shift forward. Going to keep the back nice and flat. Take one more of these. Exhale. Press it back. Good. Go ahead and rise up into your high lunge one more time. We're going to take that same twist. Bring your left hand to the right thigh, to the hamstring, big meaty part of the thigh. Reach up, reach over. Your twisting rotation here. Come back to center. And then reach your arms out in front of you. Make that cat back position kind of where we started. And then inhale, we're gonna reach open. Think about those waves. Expansion and contraction. Take a couple more here. Shift forward, reach around, and then open up. Good, reaching your arms up over the top of the head. From here, we're gonna come into eagle arms. So you're gonna bring your left arm to a 90-degree angle. You're gonna bring your right arm underneath. Sorry, this mic's gonna in my way. And then you can either bring the back of your hands together, or you can try to bring your palms together. That's gonna be a little bit challenging. Or if that doesn't feel good, just cross your arms here. Point is we're in that contraction with the upper body, right? Bringing it in and close and tight. Now we're gonna shift into a warrior three with eagle arms. Pause here, hold. Feel the glutes burning probably here. Maybe a little bit of discomfort in the holding of this contraction, right? It's holding it in. Now, see if you can bend your knee just a little bit and extend it, lift it right back up. Bend that left knee just a little bit and extend. Good, take one more, bend, extend, reach your arms out, expansion, exhale, hands release to the floor, fold forward. Roll out your ankle, your hip, that was a lot on that left leg. A lot of glute strength, a lot of building stability in that pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Fold forward. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Your left foot way back. You're going to drop down on the back knee here. Hinge your hips forward. You get to do that whole thing on the other side. I know y'all are very excited. But the nice thing, I always feel like, okay, now I know what's coming. We got this. Reach your arms up over the top of the head in your low lunge position. Now shift your hips forward. Reach your hands back, bow forward. Start to move with breath. Inhale and exhale. Moving with breath, like those ocean waves, in and out. Take two more. Hips and hamstrings. All right, come back into your twisting lunge. From here, we're gonna take the right hand to the left thigh. Little rotation twist. Open it up. And then we release. Bring the hands back to the mat. Tuck your back to one, or lift the back knee off the floor. Rise up into your high lunge position. Take a deep breath in. Start to extend that front leg and fold. Inhale. And we exhale, fold. Bow forward. Inhale. Exhale. Just a couple more. Go ahead and rise up. Into your high lunge, you're gonna bring your right hand to your left thigh. Rotate here in this high lunge posture. Good, release. Extending your arm back over the top of the head, then bring it halfway down. Rounding the upper back. Inhale, we open up the chest. Exhale, round the upper back. Inhale, open. That right leg is building strength and stability all while we move through these rhythmic flows. Take one more. Open it up. Now we're gonna bring the right arm to 90 degrees. Bring the left arm underneath. Find your bind or cross your arms. We're gonna start to shift our weight onto that front leg, moving into our three with the leg extended, eagle arm option. Hold on. Bend your knee just a little bit. Extend. Bend your knee just a little bit. You got this. Extend. Take one more, bend that knee. Extend, release your arms. Release your foot, fold forward. Just relax, let go. All right, let's make our way down to the mat. Bring your hands to the outer edge of the mat. Step your feet back. High plank, lower down, after all the way. Inhale, rise up. And then from here, press back. Let's come into a wide leg child's pose. Bringing your knees to the edges of the mat. Let your chest sink down in between the thighs. You can double stack your fist or rest your head just down onto your hands. And then walking the hands back out. Let's tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and just bring your knees down to the floor and you can sit back on your hips. I want to show you the pose that we're going to do. And this will be a little bit different. We have done this pose in here, but it's been a while. It's called rock star pose. So it's really just a big chest opening pose. So I want to show you a couple of variations. We're going to start with lifting the leg and then we're going to swing through for a fallen triangle. And then we're going to switch sides. You're going to plant this foot behind you and lift and open up through the chest. So think about you're pushing down into your left foot, you're pushing down into your right foot. Top of the head. I'll walk you through it. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Shifting forward into plank position. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Lift your right leg up. Bring your right knee to your left triceps and then extend your right leg for fallen triangle. Reach up, basically just a side plank variation. And release your left hand to the floor. You're gonna flip your dog over, plant your left foot, step your right foot back behind you and release, open up into a big chest opening pose. Some people call this wild thing. Some people call it rock star, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty expansive. Let's make our way back into our downward facing dog. Doing that same thing on the left side. Left leg's going to lift up. Left knee to the right triceps. Set your foot to the floor off the mat and reach up, fallen triangle. Good, then place your right hand to the floor. We're going to flip it over. Flip our dog, press down into the right hand. Reach your left arm up and next to your ear. And then from here, set your hips down. All right, let's make our way into just an easy seated position for a moment. Extend your leg and extend your right leg. I'm gonna actually tell you what I'm doing. Just follow along. Just as long as you get both sides, it's fine. You're gonna fold over that leg. Just a nice deep folding position. It's the ebb and flow, right? We just did such a huge chest opening. Now we take the opportunity to bring it in, recover, trying to create that balance in our physical body that we hope that we have as well in our mental and emotional lives. Walk it back in. Extend your other leg straight out. Your foot into the inseam, fold forward. Should be feeling a nice big stretch through your low back here. Feeling the rise and fall of the breath. And see if with each exhale you can just sink down a little deeper into that pose. Walking the hands back in. All right, from here we're going to build up a little more heat. If you have a block, bring it with you. You can use that for a recovery pose at the end. If you don't have one, you can also use a blanket. It's totally fine, or a pillow, or anything that you have that will elevate your hips a little bit. From here, we're going to move into a boat pose. And extend your legs straight out, or you can keep them bent. You can release your hands, or you can keep them in. And then we're just gonna drop the low back to the floor and come right back up. All right, so again, you can make this more challenging by releasing your hands. You can help yourself with that a little bit more. Just keep moving through a little bit of core work here to finish off our class. Take 3, 2, 1 more low boat, high boat. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take 5 more low and high. 4, lift. Take 3, lift it up. You got 2 more, almost there. 2, 1, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring the feet to the floor. Walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Bring your knees to the left side of your mat. Bring the backs of the hands to the floor. So roll the palms up to face the ceiling. It helps to open the chest. The head changes the shoulder rotation. Come back to center and then release your legs all the way over to the other side of the mat. Feel free to just close your eyes for what is left of our class today, if that's comfortable for you. Just follow along with my words. Come back to center. If you do have a block or a blanket, we're going to lift our hips up and just slide it underneath the hips here for a supported bridge pose. This is a nice inversion you don't have to work too hard for. And then if you want to take and extend your legs straight up in the air, this is what we call a supported shoulder stand pose. Again, just turning ourselves upside down a little bit, letting the blood flow back toward the heart, feeling the lovely recovery vibes, the relaxation after the hard work that you did, especially that warrior 3 with the eagle arms. That was really challenging. Go ahead and bring your feet back to the floor. Let them float back to the mat. Lift your hips. And then just take any other postures you may need to come into your final relaxation pose. It's very important. I think it's very important, relaxation just generally. But after we do all this work in our yoga class, just to let the body be still for a little bit, to feel the benefits of your practice. Let your feet separate, let your palms roll up to face the ceiling. Just let your body sink down into your mat, feeling the support of the ground underneath you. Do a quick body scan and notice where you're clenching. Releasing and letting go of muscular tension that's not helpful or serving you right now. The belly rise and fall. If you are able to stay here a little longer, I highly recommend it. If you're ending this class with me, we're just going to make our way into a side lying position. And then we'll press off the mat, come up to take a seat. Coming back to a seated position. We're gonna close our class here. Just a couple more rounds of deep breathing. Turn your palms up to face the ceiling one last time. Feel the breath as it flows in and out. Again, coming back to that feeling of the ocean waves. The expansion and contraction of the breath. We have expanded and contracted our bodies, our minds, hopefully, and our spirits. Go ahead and take one final deep breath with me. Exhale, let go a big old sigh. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a beautiful weekend. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be around. I'm going to turn off our recording here and I'll stick around for questions on our Zoom.